This has been a long time coming. You got to figure this is what Bronny, although his prospects weren't that great, he still decided not to go back to college and become a professional. It had to be the whole way in the works. Like, we'll take you. The Lakers are going to take you.
And
Okay.
I have no problem with it.
Okay.
I'm all for nepotism.
Some people are very upset.
And
some people are saying it's cool. Why are you cool with it, first of all?
Let me ask you this, Joe.
No, I'll answer.
If you've done something and created a legacy, and your child, your seed, you know what I mean? Your sire. Yeah, your child also loves the thing that you become a legend in. And they put the effort in, and they're all right. They might not be the great as you, but they're okay. They're good. And if they're developed, they can make a name out of it. They can make something out of it for themselves. Why? It happens all through life. Jobs, your hookups. Hey, most jobs that people have is because of somebody that they know. You understand what I'm saying? If not all.
Go ahead, yes.
But I'm just, just to cover my most jobs.
Right. No, I mean, yeah, mathematically.
Now, it's not because you don't have the skills.
Yeah, exactly.
You do have the skills. That's why you're able to do the job.
Right.
But in order for you to get through the red tape and don't have to deal with others, because somebody may have better skills than you or more experience than you, but because of who you know, that's why you got the job. I'm all for it. Radio works just like that. Media works like that. Sports has always worked like that. What do you think we always have? The recurring number of coaches always coaching in hockey, NBA. Like, it's the same coaches that coach teams. Doc Rivers. It's who you know. So whether it's a family member or whether it's a best friend, yes, it happens in life. So what? So because he's one of the two greatest basketball players that ever lived, and it's because it's LeBron James, bro. That's the only reason why. If it was anybody else, any other name, it would not be catching the attention that it is. It's because of LeBron. Listen, never in my years of watching the NBA that I ever seen they did a special day 2 for the draft. Why did they do a special day 2 of the draft? Because they had an idea that LeBron James Jr., Bronny James, would be drafted in the NBA draft by a team. More than likely, if it's the Lakers, it's the best thing. So, what's funny to me is when I was growing up, I saw the Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr.
Back-to-back home runs, baby.
Right. That was very loved. That was love.
Oh, God, it was huge.
Why was it love? Well, Ken Jr., we heard was going to be unbelievable, but Senior was a damn hell of a player himself.
Hell yeah.
Okay?
He was part of that big red machine.
Right. Senior was a damn good player. Nobody had a problem with it.
Nope.
But all of a sudden in 2024, we got a problem because why? Okay, the kid had a health condition.
He had a health condition that I think a lot of people overlook the fact that he didn't get to join the team until the season had already started, and he was coming off a serious heart condition that almost killed him. But yeah, go ahead. His numbers weren't the greatest. I'm sorry.
But hey, I mean, he's coming back. I really don't care, bro.
He was a high school All-American, by the way.
I listen. I would do things for my family. We do things for you. Always going to do things for your family. So if it's nepotism, let nepotism live, baby. Okay. Let it run rampant.
The reason I'm not totally upset with it for a lot of reasons, and I'm going to break it down for you. And I understand it does suck. A lot of people do take that nepotism and are upset about it because they're saying that he hasn't quote unquote earned it.
It's the 55th pick in the second round. Most of these guys aren't even going to make the league.
Again, I'm going to break it down for you. First of all, the Lakers can do whatever the hell they want with their picks. If they choose to draft you, Vlad, or me, that's their choice. So don't get mad at them for having a choice and choosing what they chose. Number 2, Bronny James is good enough at least to be in consideration for being drafted.
And here's the other thing, Dan, and audience. Do you even know any of the damn college basketball players. Nobody's watching the college basketball the way they used to back in the days. So it's not like, oh, you know what? How dare the Lakers take Bronny James? They should have taken that kid from Senegal. Like you watch the NBA African
I
League.
do watch that, though.
Come on, guys. Y'all wildin'.
But that's another thing. Okay, second round, number 55 overall. Not a guaranteed contract. So, okay, that right there tells you something. Number 15 that I'm going to give you. I want to see what the 56th pick to the Phoenix Suns ends up doing, or even the 54th pick before him. What do they end up doing? And I don't want to hear this. What about the one person that wasn't drafted? They're the one that get really hurt. No, they're not. It's
Well,
the 55th pick.
You know what? That guy should have known somebody. That's what he should have done.
Number 3. Yes, LeBron James takes care of his son. He has a long running dream of playing with his child. Terrible father, terrible person, selfish. Well, I know a lot of fathers that would love to do things with their sons. And if they were capable, they would do that. So let's not make LeBron out to be a demon in this instance. More reasons why you should not be upset. Financially, it is a very, very smart move. Think about it. LeBron James going to play next year. Going to most likely re-sign with the Lakers because they've done exactly what
He
they've
did
asked him
opt
to
out
do.
today, though.
He did opt out today, so that would be hilarious if he opts out and goes to another team. Like, oh, sorry.
Okay, here's the only thing. I don't even know if it's upsetting if what Rich Paul did. If Rich Paul knew this was going to happen, he's just telling teams, look, man, he wants to, this is going to happen. Don't draft, LeBron as like to be spiteful or as a joke.
There was talk about
Don't
this.
draft Bronny. Like, it's going to happen. Let it happen.
There was talk about this, holding the Lakers hostage, where a team, you know what, the 50th pick, seriously. The only guy in the second round that I knew was Philip Kowski from Duke, who went second pick in the second round. That's the only person in the second round.
That's the only guy I wanted.
Pell Larson. I'm sorry, Heat. I mean, he was a great player at Arizona, and he's going to probably be a Heat lifer. Nonetheless, it's the second round. It's the 55th overall pick. There was talk that teams would draft Bronny James in hopes to hold him hostage and be like, I know LeBron really wants him with the Lakers, so now we got what you want. What are you willing to give us? Or, maybe LeBron will be willing to come to us. Nonetheless, Bronny James was only going to one team and one team only. That's the LA Lakers. Not a bad financial move either, because eventually he'll get a 10-day contract. He's not going to be, I don't think he'll play all year. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know.
This is great for him. He doesn't have to leave home.
Yeah, but you could sell LeBron jerseys, and then I think it's going to say, oh, I'm sorry.
No, it says James Jr.
James Jr. Holy crap. That's good. And any game that they play together, there's going to be media and people everywhere. And it's a good story.
And what if the kid starts busting boys?
What if he starts balling? What if he ends up being a rotational player?
I'll tell you this. What if you see a playoff game as LeBron and Bronny and they're busting, going crazy in the fourth quarter? That can happen, man.
What if he just ends up being a rotational player? Is everybody going to shut up and say, well, it's a pretty good draft pick after all?
What if he becomes a second-round steal?
What if he does? And he possibly could. He was a high school All-American.
But I'm just saying, like, what if we say all of this because he's not 6'8", he's not 265, 75 pounds like his father. What if he's just a very good basketball player who's actually a league? Because the comparisons that they've turned him out to be, like, he could be at best a Drew Holiday. I'm Drew Holiday. I'm a 2-time NBA champion.
Pretty darn good player.
And I'm making money.
Darn good player. So I don't see a problem with it. And
Drew's low-key a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Like, Drew is working to the point where
he's got big numbers.
He's got numbers. You're looking like Drew could be a Hall of Famer. But whatever. I'm happy for the James family. That man has done nothing but elevated the game of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Has kids that love him, looked up to him, and wanted to follow his steps. And as any man, if you're a man and a father, you will do everything and anything possible to help set a path for your child to succeed.
I mean, taking a flyer in the second round of a 55th pick to keep your best employee happy, not the worst thing in the world.